Hello and welcome back to the channel. Adobe has made quite a few changes to masking for Premiere 2026, and in the last few videos I have shown you a few things about those, where to find the masking and also how to use this mask tracking effect. In that video, which is linked above, I show you a practical demonstration of how to mask the subject against the background. If I just switch off that mask, you'll see that the subject is against a plain background, but by creating a mask and tracking it as it goes through, we were able to reveal the background layer through that. In this video, I want to show you what has changed with the more traditional masking, where you might want to put on an ellipse or a rectangle or draw an irregular shape with the pen mask tool. To get these, you click and hold on the object mask tool, and you'll find that in below that is the ellipse mask, the rectangle mask, and the pen mask tools. Let's use the ellipse mask tool first of all. Let's use that to draw out an ellipse, and there we have an ellipse, and you'll see that we've got a mask. Initially, when you create a mask, if you don't have any of the effects highlighted, it will create it in the unassigned masks area, in which case you can right click on that and change it to an opacity mask. Or if you wanted to put it onto a lumetri effect, you could simply drag it onto that lumetri effect. Here's an example of doing that. So just take that ellipse mask and just drag it down onto lumetri color. If I open up lumetri color now, you'll see that we have a mask there. Let me just delete those masks out again, and we'll do this over again. So just deleting those masks out from lumetri. So we're not selected on lumetri anymore. We're going to just take the ellipse mask tool and draw another mask. Put it there, just move it up to here at the moment. Now, when you draw that mask, you'll see that two options appear just in below the program monitor here, or at the lower end of the program monitor. There is clip and frame. The meaning of these is that when you have clip selected and you move the mask around, that applies to the entirety of that clip. So if you move it from here to here, it will stay in that position for the entirety of the clip. Or if you change the size of it, that size change will affect the entirety of the clip. Whereas if you click on frame, you'll see that some keyframes were automatically made. If I move up to, let's say, 2 seconds on this, and I then move this over to here, you'll see that we got a frame that moved for position here. We can then move maybe up to 4 seconds and move this down to here. We get an extra keyframe produced. Move to 6 seconds, put it back here. Move to 8 seconds and put it back up somewhere close to where it started. Now, as we play through that clip, just going back to the beginning and letting the clip play, you'll see that the mask is moving. If I open this transform up and open position up, you'll see that all the keyframes have been created for us here. If I now take this mask, and you can either drag it onto opacity, or you can just simply right click on the mask and change it to an opacity mask, and you'll see now that the background of that top clip, or the area that wasn't masked out previously, is now showing up. And that's because we have used the blend mode of add. And using the blend mode add means that we've got two separate masks and they're added to each other. So we've got this part and this part revealing the content on that clip. If I now take this ellipse mask and I change the blend mode to subtract, you'll see that it will now subtract from the original mask that we had on that clip where they overlap. And if I was to change it to intersect, you'll see that we're only masking the area, or the mask only applies to the area where the two masks intersect. Both of those are probably lesser used formulas for it. Normally, we would simply add another mask to it. So that basically shows you how to do it. As we said, if you've got clip selected, The changes that you make will apply to the entire clip, and if you've got frame selected, every time you move it, let's just move right down here, maybe to 10 seconds, we're right here. If I move it now, you'll see that another keyframe is created. You can create your keyframes the same way that you always did. You can scrub these. If I move to here and you want to move the position, you'll see that a keyframe is automatically created. So you can do it that way if you wish. You can copy and paste these keyframes as you always could, but the easiest way to do it is simply make sure that you've got frame selected under the program manager and then move the mask to wherever you want it to be, and your keyframe will be updated for that particular location on your clip. So I hope that is clear. If you find this video useful, it would be great if you could give it a like, because it really does help small channels. I have other videos on masking and other subjects in Premiere Pro. If you like those, please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.